Hello everybody, welcome back to Randy's review of the Maurten Drink Mix. This particular review will be concerning the Drink Mix 320 from Maurten. Again, this is part of a three-part series on the Maurten sports drink to go over how well it performed on my training for the Jack and Jill Marathon coming up now in 3 weeks. One correction I wanted to make on my last video on the Maurten is the Maurten gel. Actually, the Maurten gel has 25 grams of carbohydrates, not 40, like I mentioned in my previous video. Now I just wanted to show you my run file from my last intervals. Thank you.
You're gonna liven up yourself and don't be no drag.
Hello everybody, this is Randy again. I'm going to go over our run files from last week and this week with respect to using the Maurten Drink Mix 160 and also the Drink Mix 320. So on June 27th, basically I did the Drink Mix 160, which is this run file, and July 3rd is when I did the Drink Mix 320. So basically 160 and 320, just to explain how the drink mix, the both drink mixes performed on the same workout, um, and using the same two different sports drinks, two different sports drinks from Maurten. So I just wanted to explain one thing though. It's recommended whether you use the 160 or the 320 to back it up. I mean, this is my experience to back up the how soon before the workout that you drink it. So essentially, I drank both sports drinks 30 minutes before I went out on the track. And you can see here that was an issue. Like I explained last time, I had a stomach cramp on the last interval here. On the 160, the 320, I had to stop here after the warm up before I even got into the 400s. So backing up a second, the workout was four 400s with 200-meter rest in between, followed by 4 1-mile repeats with 200-meter rest in between. So before I got into the 400s, I had to stop here, and it was a little bit too much. My bladder, I had to go to use the restroom to urinate. Same thing happened here after the first interval. It was just too much liquid running that hard for during the July 3rd effort. So again, on the July 27 effort intervals, I had a stomach cramp on this one. It was just too much fluid in my system. So thankfully, I was able to get most of it out on the first part of the workout here. So on July 3rd. So I just wanted to, like I said, just wanted to mention, if you use these Maurten products, it makes sense to back it up at least an hour to hour and 15 minutes before you exercise, because it's just too much liquid. At least my experience is it's too much liquid in your system when you're trying to run hard. So let's get into the comparison. So on the Drink Mix 160 that in my intervals last week, you can see on the first quarter it was 706. If I go over here to the Drink Mix 320 workout, it was 715. So 706 versus 715. Go to the 160 drink on the second quarter was a 702. This one was a 7-minute, right? 704 on the third effort on the 160, 704 on the third effort, for the 320. And then on the last quarter, it was a 708 using the 160 drink. And the 320 drink, the last of it was a 716. So it was a little comparable. I think it was a little slightly here faster on the 160 drink than compared to the 320 mix. Now, again, I drank them the same one bottle, um, 30 minutes before the both workouts, either that being the 160 or the 320. So here's what's interesting. Here's what happened during the 1 mile efforts, though. Okay, so during the 1 mile efforts, the first effort using the 160, right? The first mile effort was a 708 pace. Now here it was a 714 on the drink mix 160. Excuse me, 320. Now a little bit slower here, but once I got to the second, so the second one was a 714 using the 160 drink. The second 1 mile effort was a 654. So that's a difference of 16 seconds per mile, right? 654 on the 320 drink versus 714 on the 160 drink. Now let's see what happens on the third mile. So the third mile repeat out of the four on the 160 was a 711. On the 320 was a 7-minute pace. So 711 versus 7 minutes. So the difference of 11 minutes per mile for that 1 mile repeat. Look what happened on the last one. The last one, again, I got the stomach cramp. So it was a 730 on the 160 drink. On the 320 drink was a 646 pace. And this was the last one, so this was, I'm pretty fatigued at this point. But my legs felt great. They felt smooth during the workout. And so the 320 mix. So again, backing up 730 pace with the cramp on the 160 versus 646 no cramp on the 320 drink. And I was still sipping this one here. I was sipping on the second bottle of the 160 during the workout, between the 1 mile repeats and the 400s. The 320 mix, I was just between the workouts, between the intervals, I was drinking just sips of plain water. So you can see that for me, at least, on doing interval type workouts, threshold type workouts, you can see my average heart rate was 174 on the last one, 177 on the last one, 1 mile repeat on the 160 drink, and was a little bit slower on but considerably faster on the average pace using the drink mix 320, and it was just as hot outside for both efforts, both on both days. So just wanted to give you an idea. Like I said, I do recommend, if you do the drink mix 320 or the 160, back it up at least an hour and 15 minutes before you get out on the workout. Get out on your speed intervals in the track, just so that you can have enough time for the product to work its way through your system, and you can empty out pee as much as you can between drinking the product and when you start. So I hope this video series was useful. I hope everybody enjoyed my review, Randy's review of the Maurten Drink Mix 320, 160, and the Gel 100. I will be posting another video I'm doing a 20-mile run tomorrow for this week's workout. I will be doing six, uh, 4 to 6 of the gel 100s, maybe 5 of the gel 100s every 4 miles. With plain water. I'm going to be taking some water so I stay hydrated. And I will do the either the Maurten in the morning or Generation UCAN, and I'll post a separate video of the results of that run. Thanks everybody for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.